let's talk about the reasons why absolutely no one will ever convince me that Lightbringer was ever meant to be a literal sword, rather than Drogon, Dany's dragon, brought forth specifically from her self-sacrifice in a mirror of the self-sacrifice of Nissa Nissa that forged the original Lightbringer, who was also a dragon. The low-hanging fruit as to why I think this is what the fuck is a single flaming sword and a single human man going to do against countless undead, countless others versus a fucking dragon? Why then does Dany dragon dream bathing her ice enemies in fire, dragon fire, and watching them melt away? But there are less obvious reasons for my firmly held belief in this. We are given two versions of the Azor Ahai Returned prophecy. One of them talks about, and they're very similar, but the primary difference between the two is that one of them talks about how he will pull Lightbringer from the flames, and the second version talks about how he will wake dragons from stone. The first version that talks about Lightbringer does not mention dragons, and the second version that talks about dragons does not mention Lightbringer. Because they're the same. It's the same prophecy. They're talking about the same thing. But it's deeper than that, because George loves to reference other literary works, other mythology. I mean, just all kinds. The references in his work are off the charts. And I very much believe that waking dragons from stone is a play off of pulling Excalibur from the stone. Because that's what Dany does. She wakes dragons from stone, and she brings forth dragons, Drogon, from the fire. She seamlessly completes both versions of the prophecy because Lightbringer and Drogon are the same. So when Dany, the chosen one of A Song of Ice and Fire, wakes dragons from stone, that is the equivalent of King Arthur pulling Excalibur from the stone. But it's cooler because it's a girl and it's dragons. So yeah, read them and weep, Snowboys. Lightbringer is a dragon. Lightbringer is Drogon. I'm sorry for your loss.